opportunity, and Shane Smith scores the shootout winning goal to lift the Tigers to the 2-1 win over the Moose Jaw Warriors in the shootout here tonight. Back and forth, tight game in this one, and the Tigers come away with the victory here tonight. Warriors do get a point, take 3 out of 4 points here this week as they bounce back nicely from tough 2 games in Alberta last weekend, and will now get set for a big divisional showdown with the Saskatoon Blades coming up on Tuesday night here in downtown Moose Jaw. Be an extended home-and-home between the Warriors and Blades. Moose Jaw will host Saskatoon on Tuesday, then head into the Bridge City next Friday. Warriors do have the weekend off after this one to get ready for that Saskatoon game. So Warriors falling in this one 2-1 to the Tigers here tonight. Down to the Tigers in this one, so we'll see if Moose Jaw can rebound from this one, but do get the point here tonight. Let's take a look at the 3 stars of the hockey game in this one. Evan May is your first star of the night. He had 34 saves. He was your 3rd star here tonight. Braden Sherman played a great game for the Warriors. He picks up his 2nd goal of the season, first goal in a little over a month, and that earns him 2nd star honors. Does say Andrew Bash up there. The 1st star was Shane Smith, who scored the shootout winner. He was your 1st star of the hockey game here in this one tonight. So Shane Smith taking 1st star honors for the Medicine Hat Tigers. Warriors falling 2-1 in a shootout to the Medicine Hat Tigers. Let's take a look at the Connexus save of the game. It was a 2nd period breakaway for Andrew Basha.
Herman
and
lost that
Jackson
puck,
Unger
and
came
here's
up big.
Basha, short-handed on Jackson Unger. Poke check, what a stop there by Unger. Now Ferguson transition ahead for Yager.
Jackson Unger saves the day on that breakaway opportunity, and that kept the game tied in the 2nd period. That was a short-handed opportunity for the Tigers there, and big save from Jackson Unger. He pulled out the poke check on Andrew Basha again in the shootout as well. So Jackson Unger with the save, Connexus save of the night right there. A nice poke check save on Andrew Basha on a breakaway. So Warriors falling 2-1 to the Tigers here in a shootout. We'll take a quick break and hopefully hear from Warriors head coach Marc O'Leary when we come back next on IKS Media Warriors Live.
Hit the road, Sask, and always come back to see more and more and more and more. Hit the road, Sask, and always come back to see more. Hit the road, Sask, and always come back to see more and more and more and more. Hit the road, Sask, and always come back to see more. And more and more and more and more and more. And more and more and more and more and more and more and more. Yeah!
Back and forth battle between the Warriors and the Tigers here tonight at the hangar, and the Warriors come out on the short end of the stick with a 2-1 shootout loss to Medicine Hat here in this one. We're still waiting to hear from Warriors head coach Marc O'Leary down in the Warriors locker room. We'll take a quick look at the out-of-town scoreboard here on the post-game show. Busy night around the WHL with 10 games in total. It's a final in Swift Current. Back and forth game between the Blades and the Broncos ends with Saskatoon picking up a 5-2 win over Swift Current. In Calgary, the Hitmen are up 4-1 on the Edmonton Oil Kings. That game late in the 2nd period. Lethbridge Hurricanes also up 3-1 on the Wenatchee Wild. That game in the 2nd period as well. Red Deer has jumped out to a 2-0 lead on the Prince George Cougars in the 1st period there in Prince George. Moving over in the Western Conference, Portland up 2-0 on Vancouver. Spokane has a 1-0 lead on Prince Albert. That game also in the first period. No score between Kamloops and Tri-City in Kennewick. Everett up 1-0 on Kelowna. That game in the first period of play. And the final game of the night, Seattle has a 1-0 lead on the Victoria Royals. That game also in the first period there in Victoria. Moving over to the NHL, Buffalo skates to a 3-1 win, or 3-2 win, I should say, over Minnesota. They're in Buffalo. Florida with the 5-2 win over Carolina. I'm getting word that Warriors head coach Marc O'Leary has signed in. Let's head down to the Warriors locker room. We'll continue the out-of-town scoreboard after this, but let's head down to the Warriors locker room where I'm being joined by head coach Marc O'Leary after tonight's game. Coach, it seemed like that was a very tight hockey game. Both teams played a strong defensive game. What was your thoughts on how that game played out? Come up a bit short in the shootout, though.
Yeah, terrible way to lose a game for sure. I think our guys played real well tonight. It was an exciting game. We left a lot of opportunities on the table, I thought, in the second period for sure. But again, I thought we competed. We got real big saves when we needed them, and again, tough way to lose a game.
I think coming into this game, in my mind, this was going to be a wide open, fast-paced game. Both teams did play with pace, but were really tight and made each side work for opportunities. Is that how you guys saw it down at ice level?
Yeah, I thought we did a good job not getting into that. I think that feeds into the way that they want to play. There was times where it turned into a bit of a track meet, but I thought we did a fairly good job coming back inside and making sure it was one and done. Again, Jackson was there with some real big saves when there was some breakdowns, breakaways or otherwise. But I thought we did a pretty good job in terms of keeping the events to a minimum and creating some chances of our own.
Braden Sherman gets the lone goal for the team. He's been around the net a lot lately, just hadn't been able to break through. Nice to see him get on the score sheet here with a goal tonight.
Yeah, I think, if you look over our last, 5-10 games, scoring chances, he's usually, second to Jagger Furcus in terms of, generating real good looks. And, it's nice to see him get one here tonight. Hopefully that, gives him a little bit of confidence and puck will start working in his favor. But he does so many other things. He's heavy on pucks. He's a guy for us, power play, penalty kill, and certainly a big part of our 5-on-5. So it's nice to see him being rewarded.
These two games this week, you get 3 out of 4 points. Was this a return to what you wanted to see out of this team moving forward?
Yeah, if we play hockey like that, I like our chances each and every night. I just thought that the guys came ready to play both games this weekend. 3 out of 4 is pretty good. Again, it doesn't feel really good right now, losing the way that we did, but still a big point, and we remain in the mix here in a real tight conference.
Awesome. Well, thank you for joining me after tonight's game, and good luck coming up on Tuesday against Saskatoon.
Thanks, Mark.
Thank you to Warriors head coach Marc O'Leary for joining us here on the post-game show. We'll wrap things up by going back to the out-of-town scoreboard, finishing up the NHL scores. As I mentioned, Buffalo winning 3-2 over Minnesota. Florida gets a 5-2 win over Carolina. Washington doubles up New Jersey 4-2. Flames fall in a tight back-and-forth game to Toronto 5-4. And the two late games are still on the ice. Philadelphia up 2-0 on Anaheim in the first period, and Vegas with a 2-0 lead on San Jose also in the first period. So Warriors falling in this one 2-1, a tight hockey game, falling in the shootout to the Medicine Hat Tigers. So as head coach Marc O'Leary said, they're a good weekend for the Warriors as they get 3 out of the 4 points and get back on track playing more of the hockey they would like to see in a big matchup coming up on Tuesday with the Saskatoon Blades coming to town. Get your tickets for that one at mjwarriors.ca, and while you're there, get your tickets for Hockey Fights Cancer Night coming up next Saturday when the Warriors host the Edmonton Oil Kings. You can find all those at mjwarriors.ca. So the Warriors falling in this one 2-1 to the Medicine Hat Tigers. Thank you for tuning in here on IKS Media Warriors Live.